Hey basketball players, in today's video we are going to be talking about Pascal Siakam and breaking down his offensive game so that you can copy it and become just as good, if not better, than Pascal Siakam. Let's get down to it and let's check him out. Okay, so in the first thing that we see is his shooting ability. He's able to stretch that floor, and because of his height, so many players do not respect his shooting ability. This is huge because he likes to drive towards the rim when a player gets too close to him. As we can see here, he's able to drive towards the rim because a player did not respect his driving ability, and he was able to finish on them. Another thing with Pascal Siakam is his ability to run the floor. He's got really long legs and he's really trained to get in front of the defense. As we can see here, he's able to grab that rebound, and now in transition, he's also really good while handling the ball. This is both really beneficial to his game. When he's running the floor, he's able to dribble with his head up and run a quick dribble handoff set right up top at the key for Kyle Lowry and other guards to be able to run and shoot some shots. As we can see here, he's able to fake the dribble handoff or fake a handoff pass, drive and pass over to Danny Green, who can hit that shot. So what we see with Pascal Siakam's offensive game is his ability to stretch that floor when he shoots that ball. It allows him to create lanes to drive. But also, what's happening on offense is in the transition game. We see that he's able to handle that ball, and he's able to create multiple opportunities for his offensive teammates, for his teammates in the offensive game, for open shots sometimes, or because of his ability to run off ball in the transition, get down court, and for the long pass to get to him. That's a very beneficial offensive tactic that he has that you can have in your game. Now, how are you going to be able to now really use this in your game? So when you're closing out on a player, after you close out, run down court because you've got teammates who are going to be getting that defensive rebound, and they're going to be able to outlet to you down court, especially if you're faster than other players. By being able to get down court first, you're going to get tons and tons of easy transition baskets. Now, on the flip side, if you're able to learn how to handle that ball, especially when running at full speed or close to full speed, being able to stop quickly and take that shot, or by being able to run a dribble handoff to your guard, or being able to finish that basket by able to slow down, change your pace of the game, which then gets the defenders back on their heels so that you can drive on them, you're going to be a very good player. Let's keep on breaking down Pascal Siakam and see what he does. So because Pascal Siakam is a very good shooter, a lot of teams are starting to close out on him, which is allowing him to drive towards the basket because he's faster than that defensive player. We can see that here again against Javale Mcgee. Now, what does Pascal Siakam do? When breaking this down, when Pascal Siakam is driving towards the rim, he keeps his head up. He's a willing passer, and he notices that he's got options to the three-point line. But because of those options, he can make different choices so that now that makes the defense guess. So the first move that we see him do is driving towards the rim here on Kevin Love. Now, what does he do when he's driving? Well, when he's driving, a move that we see Chris Bosh use in the past, we also see Pascal Siakam use. Maybe this is a sign that one of the coaches is teaching him this. And that is to use his off elbow and to clear out that space, clear out that offhand. Watch that left elbow of his. He's able to clear out that player. Now he's able to take off from just inside that free throw line. And because he kept his head up, this defensive player isn't really doing much anyways, but if he looked over in this direction, if this player was coming down to play help defense, I would assume that this player would be able to sneak out because of Pascal Siakam's glare. But this defensive player isn't doing much. He probably thinks he's going to get dunked on, and because of that, Pascal Siakam is able to finish with a finger roll. Now we see Pascal Siakam against a taller Javale Mcgee. Now what does Pascal Siakam do? He's able to drive towards the middle of the key, which then gets Javale Mcgee facing in that direction. Now, something that you can really practice is your spin move, because Pascal Siakam's spin move is super quick. We can see he's able to spin, and remember, we're allowed 2 steps after the step 0. So his right foot there is step 0. Left foot, he's on his toes twisting or spinning. That's step 1, step 2, and now he goes in for that layup. Now, how did that work? It's because he was able to get Javale Mcgee, because of his speed, gets him facing in that direction. Now, when he does that spin, he doesn't take any time. Quick, right off the backboard. That's how he was able to finish there. This is a move that you're able to do as well. And this is what I mean by Pascal Siakam being a player who's open to pass and is actually a very good passer. He drives towards the basket, and now he's got 2 of the other team's biggest players defending him, cutting off the paint. He's able to pass out to Serge Ibaka, Mr. Scarf Man, for an open 3-point shot. Now, this is what I mean by becoming a really good ball handler. He's able to spin off while running at full speed and finish with a layup. But how does he do this? Let's break this down. So what he does here is a quick hesitation move, and now he drives towards the rim. Now, because I'm not too sure if he already knows that a defender is going to do this or he's actually paying attention to it. Either way, when you've done this so many times, you already know what the defender is going to do, and the defender steps down with his right foot. Because of this, Pascal Siakam spins the other direction, because now that player is forcing Pascal in that direction, and he does not obviously want to go in that direction. So he's able to spin off. Now he takes 1 step, 2 steps. Now, what's he do? He's got 2 hands on the ball. He's got his left elbow out to protect the ball. If that elbow gets whacked, it's a foul. And because of that, he's able to go up. 2 hands protects the ball anyways, but with that elbow up, that player cannot hack, and that allows him to finish with that basket, or at least a foul. He missed the basket. Now, another thing that Pascal Siakam does very well is cutting towards the basket when he reads that the defense is not paying attention to what he is doing. So, player 12 on Phoenix is currently looking in this direction. Pascal Siakam notices that. And because of that, he's now cutting down the middle of the key. And of course, Kawhi Leonard, this is video footage from a year ago, but Kawhi Leonard notices that. He passes off to Pascal Siakam. Now, Jonas does a very good job of trying to get that defensive player out of his way, and now Pascal Siakam's able to finish with an outstretched arm. Now, if you are a very long player, I suggest you practice really stretching out and making that basket, mainly because if you've got a longer wingspan than the players who are defending you, if you are keeping your arm way out in front of you, that is a very long distance to go, especially if you are a younger player or you've got a smaller player on you. By a very long outstretched arm, you're going to have a very good chance of not getting your layup blocked. So if you want to play like Pascal Siakam, you should work on your shooting ability. You need to really work on your ball handling skills. His defense is really good. We're going to break that down in another video some other time. But ball handling, also the ability to shoot, and then the biggest major ability for you is to really learn how to run, be able to handle the ball running at full speed, changing your speed so that you can get your defensive player back on their heels. And now with your own speed, practicing how fast you're able to run, really practicing striding out as far as you can, that's going to allow you to get behind the defense so that you can get transition baskets very easily. I hope that this video has helped you become a better basketball player. If it has, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.